Moving on to the next section of the CX500 build is the frame mods. You've got quite a bit to do on here. I've got the rear controls for the brake and gear shift to make brackets for that. I've got a pea shooter exhaust system coming up here. I'm going to make brackets for that. The headlight, all the electrical controls I'm going to keep in here, because for me, why waste all this great space? One of the things I don't like about the CX500 is the subframe, with this line along here looking like Luna Park roller coaster, and this ugly curve here. I have seen some guys, there was a Swedish guy on the bike shed that redid this with a straight tube from the swing arm pivot there on here, did a really nice job, and straight along here looked really good. So the cowl is probably going to be the most difficult job for me, and I want to sort of blend this in to actually hide this frame here, this piece of the frame. So starting off, I made a template out of cardboard and then cut it in half, and then basically transferred it over to steel and just duplicated it on the other side, and got the bends in, put the bends in for the frame. I'm probably going to cut this here and raise the tank back a little bit at the front there, so that sits in nicely there. Then on the side I'm going to do some stuff with the cardboard again to get the right profile along here. Foam will go on top, down into the seat and up to the tank, and that'll all be moulded, then taken to the upholsterers to upholster. So I don't know how much to cut off here yet, but we'll see how we go, because legal wise I've actually got a guard or tail tidy to go on here to cover this back wheel. In South Australia anyway, that legally looking down you can't see the back wheel. So yeah, all the electrics are going to go in here, and the hydraulics too. I'll have the hydraulic cylinders in here, cable operated, all out of the way. So really the headlights, the handlebars will be just the minimal controls, speedo and the light. The next thing I'm working on is the sides of the cowl, and all I've used is some paper, slightly thicker paper, and just trying to get the right shape here on the sides. And I'll take this off, use it as a template on some steel and duplicate it. But this will be just the base of the seat. I'll put strengtheners along here, any brackets I need to hold on, tail tidies and that. But the foam will follow the same angle as this. The foam will come up to about there, or just about there, and then angle slightly up, and then down into the seat, and then back up into the tank. So I'll get some foam, some memory foam, shape that exactly right, and then it'll go to the upholstery. Okay, I'm now on to the next stage of the rear cowl. I've marked up my template in the thin sort of cardboard, ended up with a shape like this, which sort of, that went on here like that. So I cut this out, cut it out of steel, and formed and just tacked this onto the seat base. Now I've turned this over to the other side and cut out a piece of steel to start tacking this onto the other side of the cowl. once I get it tacked, I'll put some braces in, and then a locking system for the seat itself. Well, that's getting pretty close now. I've put a lot of tacks on it, and she's starting to look like a rear cowl on the inside. I'll put some strengtheners across here and a seat latch. I've got to do the front part on here yet. Well, today I pretty much finished the cowl. She's all ready to go to an upholsterer. I've got to find an upholsterer first. Yeah, pretty happy with the way it came out. I've used the original hardware off the original CX500 seat, which includes these latches. So I can just pull this up on latches and it comes out. And I have the same latch system that come off the seat, the same tang that goes under the tank, and the buffers I've put on there. A couple of strengtheners across there. So yeah, it's all ready to go to the upholsterers, and this will go back in. Now, I have raised the tank a little bit with a couple of buffers underneath the tank here. So now I just push the seat back in, line it up, and that locks back in place. The other thing I've done is the linkage system for the gear shift. Made that bracket out of steel, and this one here, and yeah, it's working really nice now. Back in neutral, up in a second, back in the neutral. So yeah, gear linkage is done. I've got to get this bracket here chromed, this one down here, I'll paint that black. On the other side is the brake. Here on the other side I've mounted the hydraulic cylinder for the brake. The bracket that I've used here, which is used on the other side, is just like a 25mm lug, which goes into this hollow frame tube here, and then just secured with the 10mm bolt, and that's very secure. And then the actual arm goes on here. Like so. That's my brake setup there, which is working quite well. I'm going to put a pressure switch in here, which will wire into the electrics for the brake light. So yeah, that's as far I've got these over these last 2 weeks. Been mainly making this, which has been quite a lot of work. So the next thing to do is get some brackets in here for the electrics. I've got most of my electric components here now. I'm just waiting on the new ray scan ignition coming along, so I can start making up the brackets for that. Once that's done, I'll finish welding in here, I've got to put a guard in here too, rear guard. Once that's done, then I'll strip the whole bike and sandblast the frame and paint it. I'm going to go with painting after doing a bit of research. So yeah, it's still a lot of work ahead of me